Good afternoon and welcome to Vlogmas Day 18. Can you believe it? We're up to 18. Can you please focus on me? I mean, I've barely even started and you're not focusing on me. I've had a really strange, concerning morning. I don't want to alarm anyone, but I was supposed to go to work today and that didn't actually end up happening because I mentioned in yesterday's vlog that my parents went away on a cruise for the weekend and they were coming back today, so Monday morning, and I got a call from my mum at 6:30. I mean, I was already awake because I was, you know, I had to get ready for work, and she said she'd had a really bad fall during the night on board the ship and she'd badly hurt her back, so she's just fallen on her behind and I'm pretty sure she's just bruised her tailbone, but she's in a lot of pain. I had to call in sick to be able to go and help pick them up and help them out and stuff. So they are currently, my mum and dad are still at the doctor just seeing whether everything's okay. But yeah, it's just been a really odd morning. I mean, before 9 o'clock I was sort of in the city and back out again picking them up from the cruise ship. So I've just sort of spent the morning editing yesterday's vlog. I'm kind of 3/4 of the way through it. I had to just get up and move around. Just had to take a break from the computer screen. So I'm just sort of like, you know, aimlessly wandering around the house and waiting for like news of what's happening with mum. Last night when I was wrapping presents with Graham, oh my gosh, it smells so good. I broke out my Christmas cookie candle, my Yankee Christmas cookie candle from last year. Ain't gonna focus. There we go, this guy. And oh my gosh, it smells so good, especially when it's lit. It just smells divine. So the rest of the day is editing, and I just gotta help my brother with a few doctor's appointments this afternoon because now mum and dad can't do it because we don't know what's happening with mum. I have tomorrow off of work. I think tomorrow I'm going to try and do some Christmas shopping because I desperately need to do that because I'm working Wednesday night and then all day, pretty much all day Friday and Saturday. I don't really fancy going shopping on Thursday because of Thursday night shopping here in Australia. Tomorrow is going to have to be shopping day and hopefully get everything done. I'll take you along with me. I'm feeling a lot more confident with my vlogging and vlogging out in public-ish. I mean, it's still a little bit weird, but yeah, I'm getting really confident with this whole talking to a camera thing, and yeah, the more you do it, the better you get at it. And I think that applies to everything in life, I think. I don't know whether you're all like sick of me talking about the weather, but it's another hot one today. Today is going to be 38 degrees. And then tomorrow, this is another thing I want to try and do tomorrow. Tomorrow is another 43-degree day. Another scorcher. Tomorrow I will definitely be trying to get into the pool. I wonder if you'll be able to see it. I haven't had a swim this season yet, and oh, the pool is beckoning. Can you see it? Pool. It looks so nice. We'll see what happens for tomorrow, I think. I'm gonna go and continue editing yesterday's vlog and then upload it. Should I do a time lapse? I don't know. Are you sick of time lapse yet? Maybe. I think I am. Oh, my poor poinsettia. It's just not doing so great. I accidentally left it out in the sun. It was like a really hot 40-degree day and all the red leaves just wilted. And now I'm trying to sort of like resurrect it, and it's just, I don't know. Like all the leaves are going all curly and they're falling off. It's watered and it's got water in here. It's slowly growing back. Just not, I don't know whether this is good, how this is not looking as green as it looks on the camera. And then I also left this guy in the sun as well. You can see that this leaf is a bit scorched. He's actually growing quite well. I'm really happy with this one. The colours are just gorgeous. Anybody know any sort of plant care about poinsettias? Let me know, because I would like to try and keep it alive. So it's literally been almost a whole day since I last chatted to you. It's been a busy day doing lots of things for other people today, which is okay. It is what it is. But I'm going to continue on with part 2 of the Q&A. I've got myself all set up. I'm in the front room where it's nice and cool. I've got Elf just starting on the TV, which is very exciting. And I have all the very last embers of my favourite Yankee Candle burning. This scent is Garden Sweet Pea. It is my all-time favourite Yankee candle, and it's just beautiful. I just recently bought a new version of this, so I'm just sort of holding on to the last bits of this one. It's so lovely. When that one runs out, I do have my backup one, which is Red Raspberry, and this for me is the scent of Christmas. This is my ultimate Christmas scent. It's just so beautiful and fresh and fruity and just, oh my gosh, I love it so much. Yankee Candles are just the best. So I've got my candles burning, got some water because it's quite warm at the moment, and I have Jaffers. They're frozen, fresh out of the freezer, and I'm just gonna snack on them as we do Q&A with Elf on in the background. Have fun. I'm just put the subtitles on. Am I the only one who can't watch a movie without having the subtitles on? I love watching movies with subtitles on, because then I can listen and read the movie at the same time. And sometimes it's like dialogue, which is really hard to understand. There's only a few more questions that I need to go through. Today I'm going to do the ones that were on Instagram. Who were you talking to? Oh, is everything alright?
She's got those, she's had those
Braxton Hicks. Braxton Hicks. Oh. Oh, we could have a new baby coming soon. I'm filming.
We're all on standby at the moment.
People like I'm doing a Q&A. People are asking like what I do for Christmas.
Oh, okay.
And people are asking, what are you doing for Christmas Day? I'm all like, well, we're not quite sure. Yes. We're sort of on standby because of a potential baby. Yeah. Everyone update, we're having Braxton Hicks contractions. They're contractions, right?
Yeah, but they're not the real ones.
Oh, fake ones. By the way, that was my mum in the background, and her back is okay. She has a small fracture in her L2 disc in her back, but she's okay. She's just in pain. That is medicated, and she's just moving very stiffly, and she's just a bit fragile at the moment, so, but she's okay, which is awesome. Right, well, let's get into some more of the Q&A. Let's get into some more of the questions. So these are the ones on Instagram. I'm not going to say out names because these are all usernames and I don't want to say them wrong. First question on Instagram was, what would you consider an ideal day spent in winter? I love winter because I can snuggle up at home under a quilt or cozy with a cup of tea, preferably with chocolate and a good movie. That's what I love about winter. Pretty much just getting cozy and spending the day inside and watching movies or sewing. Either one of those two. That's my ideal winter's day. Next question is, do you ever sew garments? And if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you like to go? First part of that question, do you ever sew garments? I have done dressmaking before, but I really suck at it. I am no good at dressmaking. I don't know, I just don't have the patience for it. Like, I understand the theory of dressmaking, reading patterns, buying stuff like that. I just don't have the patience for it. I just don't kind of get it in a way that I do patchwork and quilting. I just love quilting more than dressmaking, really. And if I could travel anywhere in the world, I would go to London. London is top of the list, and at the moment we are planning on going in 2019. So we will get there, but yeah, London and the UK is where I want to go, like, first thing. And then of course New York and like Europe, I think. Next question. Oh, there's quite a lot of questions in this one. We'll just go through them and see how we go. How long have you been quilting? I've been quilting since the year after I finished high school, which was, I finished high school in 2005. I got my job at Spotlight in 2006, and then that's where I found my love of patchwork and quilting, or that's where I really grew it. So I've been quilting since 2006, which is 11 years. I've been doing this for 11 years and I love it. The next question is, what is the largest size quilt you've made? I think the biggest ones that I've made is my Jacob's Ladder quilt, and then also the quilt that I made for my parents, which is the blue style one that you saw in a vlog about a week ago. Both of them I think are just under 2 meters, so they hover around 1.7, 1.8 meters square. I don't know what that is in inches. I might put it up on the screen so you know just how big that is. Do your family and friends ask you to make them quilts? Yes, I have had a couple of people ask for quilts. A lot of friends want me to make them for friends who are having babies. Like, I love making baby quilts. Like, they're some of my favorite types of quilts to make, and lap quilts and stuff. I have made a lot of my friends quilts for when they got married, special birthdays like 21sts and things like that. I make quilts more as gifts to sort of like surprise them with if they ask, and are happy to pay the price that I ask for it. Then yeah, I'm more than happy to make quilts for friends and family. Do you have a favorite size of quilt to make? I love making lap quilts and I love making baby quilts. They're the best ones. What started you quilting? I don't know, I've always had a really keen eye for patchwork. I remember loving it in high school, and then when I did textiles at high school, I don't know, I just sort of gravitated towards quilting and patchwork techniques in a lot of the stuff that I wanted to make for projects and things like that. It wasn't until I started my job at Spotlight that I really sort of found my groove. Just I don't know, dove in and made my first quilt, and it just sort of clicked, seeing all the different shapes in blocks and how they sort of come together, and all the different units and how they're sewn together to create one larger quilt. I just sort of instantly got, and I felt that it was just like the perfect outlet, the perfect creative outlet for me to do. And yeah, it just grew from there. Do you ever use pre-cut fabrics such as jelly rolls, Lego cakes and charm squares? I use fat quarters. I'm not a fan of jelly rolls just because, I don't know, I suppose I haven't really given them a lot of time to play with. I just generally love buying yardage or meterage fabric and just sort of having the freedom of having, you know, a meter of fabric to be able to play around with. The only sort of pre-cut fabrics that I buy are fat quarters, and I find that that size piece of fabric is sort of perfect for kind of anything. So moving on to the next question from the next person. What are your family Christmas traditions? If you could spend Christmas anywhere, where would that be? Do you have family lunch or dinner or Christmas Eve? What do you do on Boxing Day? So some of these questions I answered in yesterday's vlog, but we'll just quickly go over them. That's alright. Christmas traditions are, on Christmas Day we don't open our presents until we come home from church, and we've also like seen like my brother and his family. It's only until all of that's sort of done we come home and we sit around our Christmas tree and we open our presents. I really like the notion of giving before receiving, so I like to just give everyone something before I then receive something back. I think that's why I like that we wait until after church and stuff like that to do our own Christmas presents. A recent one that's only sort of been quite popular in the last 5-6 years maybe is I always make a Christmas tree rocky road, or a rocky road Christmas tree. I have actually made a baking tutorial about that. It was either last year or the year before, so I will put a little link to that on the screen if you want to go have a look. I will be making it again this year, and I will be vlogging it, so, but I always make that, and that's sort of like our centerpiece on the Christmas table, and then also on Boxing Day as well when all of our family come over. And so this is sort of answering the next questions. On Christmas I will be at home celebrating the day with my family, so that's my mum, my dad and my second brother, my middle brother. And then on Boxing Day it is my middle brother Graham's oh, so many words. On Boxing Day it is my middle brother Graham's birthday, and that's when we have all of our family and friends come over to celebrate Christmas and birthday together. We always have lunch on Christmas, and then Boxing Day is always a lunch as well. Christmas Eve we do all of our food prep, and yeah, pretty much it's just pretty much all about food on Christmas Eve as well. And then the last question that I have here, actually no, it's the second last question. What are your favorite types of quilts? What type of quilting do you not know how to, and which type would you like to learn? My favorite types of quilts are, I love mixing old traditional blocks or old school blocks with modern colors and prints. I love sort of putting two contrasting fabrics together, so like a spot and a stripe together, or a stripe and a dense floral together, and then paired with a solid. Like that's kind of like, I love that sort of vibe. I just like anything that's really modern, floral. It's got lots of colors through it. But then I also like quilts that are really quite subtle in colors. I think anything floral. I think it's the florist coming out in me, but I love like florally type fabrics and stuff like that. I also love geometric patterns, hexes, you know, that sort of stuff. Type of quilting that I don't know how to do. I'm not very good at doing free motion quilting. I don't know. I just don't think I really like the fussiness of it. I like the control that I have. I just spat everywhere. I like the control that I have when I'm doing straight line quilting, and I love the effect of straight line quilting and the texture that it gives a quilt. So I think that's why I like doing it. I feel confident in doing it and I know how to perfect it. I would like to be able to do more free motion quilting type techniques with my machine, but saying that, I think my machine is just a little bit too small to be able to sort of do the things that I want to do. So I think if I were to ever get into free motion quilting, I'd buy a bigger machine. Then the last question is, if you could design a fabric line, who would you design for and what kind of design would you do? If I could design a fabric line, I would possibly do it with cotton and steel because I love their stuff. I love the rifle paper kind of vibe with florals and things like that. I love Bonnie and Camille fabrics, Denise Schmidt fabrics. Oh, just love the stuff that she comes out with. Cloud9 fabrics. Anything that's beautiful and floral and modern, that has like flowers and lines and textures and just things through it. I think that's the kind of thing that I would design. I would definitely stick with geometric prints, florals and beautiful modern colour palette. Pardon me for eating Jaffas right in front of your face, I do apologise. I had a question the other day because I use Jaffas in my Christmas pudding recipe. What are Jaffas? They're a chalk orange sort of chocolate with a red sugar coated shell. Tastes like a Terry's chocolate orange but with a sugar coat shell on it. They're delicious. And I grew up eating them as well, so they taste like my childhood. There were actually a couple of questions on the video from yesterday, so I'll just go in and have a look. Have a look at those. I'm going to do them quickly because we also need to do the advent calendar and I want to do it before the light goes. It's about 5 to 8 at night, and this is about the time when the sun will set. There are a couple of questions dotted in and out through the comments from yesterday's vlog, so I'm just going to go through and answer the ones that I think some of you might like to know. So I've been asked a couple of times, what camera do I use when I'm vlogging? The camera that I use is a Canon G1X, and I really like it. It's really easy to use. The only thing that I don't like, and I think it's just because of the setting that I have it on, is that it has issues focusing on me when I need it to focus. But other than that, it's a really great camera. It is a little bit heavy, but I'm used to it now. But it's a really great quality and I love it. One of the questions is, if you could experience Christmas somewhere that the weather was cold and snowy, would you want to? Yes, I would love to. I'd love to, I mean, I've said this about 10,000 times. I would love to experience Christmas or winter in London or the UK. I would also love to experience it in New York, I think. I've got a question about what we eat for Christmas dinner. Like I said yesterday, we don't do dinner, we do lunch. So we have meats, the chicken, Mum does turkey, and we also have lamb as well. And then we usually have salads, so like coleslaws and green leafy stuff, tomatoes, beetroot, you know, just really lovely healthy salads. salads and meats and like fresh white rolls. And then we usually have traditional like Christmas pudding. Well, my parents have Christmas pudding, my brother and I have chocolate pudding, custard and cream and stuff like that. What is your favorite Christmas fabric you have bought this year? I really loved the gingerbread houses that I bought with the gingham back, with the little gingerbread houses just sort of, you know, dotted all around. Beautiful, that fabric, so lovely. Then the last question I have, Kari, who lives in Michigan, she says that the kids get out of school for summer vacation in June. What about the school kids in Australia? Do they have a winter vacation in June? Yes, we do have school holidays, that's what we call them. Our school year starts at the end of January, and then the students are at school for about 12 weeks. And then they have an Easter holiday, that's usually a 2-week holiday break. And then they're back at school for another 12-week block. Then it's winter holidays for 2 weeks. So that's what we call semester 1. And then semester 2 starts usually in August, I think. Or late July, early August. And that goes through until October, the first weekend, no, the last week in September, so another 12 weeks. And then there's another 2-week break around like October, Queen's birthday time. And then they're back at school until usually the week before Christmas. And then the kids have a 5 to 6 week break until they start a new school year at the end of January. That's how we do our school holidays in Australia. I think that's going to be all the questions. I'm losing light, so I need to sort of just like hurry this up. I'm sort of using the light from my phone to sort of light my face. Whoa! Whoa! That's a bright. I'm going to quickly do the advent calendar and then I'll say goodbye for the day. So, what is the date today? It's the 18th, isn't it? Yes, I hear you all say through the camera. It's the 18th, Amanda. The 18th is here. Hello, Mr. 18. Let's have a look. Oh, it's an orchid door. It's like a really long rectangle. Hello. Bobbin holders. Ah, I don't have any of these. Mr. Light, please come back on. Okay. I don't think we don't sell these at work, so I've never really seen these before. A bobbin holder. Someone please explain how these are used. That way? Or that way? I don't know. But bobbin holders, however you use them, let me know. But cool. I love learning new things and finding out new haberdashery items that are in the world. Very nice. Thanks, Door 18. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for a shopping day. Yeah. So as always, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you another time very, very soon. Bye.